Hi everyone, sorry about the wait on a new video coming out. I've been trying to decide what to call a series, where I just cover funny military events that have happened in the past. The first event that I wanted to cover in this series is, something that has become quite widely known in the American Navy. It is known as the Temper Temper incident. If you're wondering what that incident is, during the Korean War, the American Iowa-class battleship USS Wisconsin was tasked with shoreline bombardment. It was tasked with shelling and destroying, and I quote, rail tracks, trains, and surrounding mountains. Yes, they straight up told this thing to go and shell and destroy entire mountains. Here's the scary part. It did. It actually destroyed 3 mountains, according to the Wisconsin's crew. You see, during these operations, the Wisconsin was sailing along the North Korean coastline with the escorting destroyer USS Buck. During that sailing area, a single 6-inch caliber gun battery on the Korean shore fired at the Wisconsin and the Buck. It struck the Wisconsin with 1 shell, striking Oerlikon 40mm anti-air mount, not even destroying the gun and causing a small hole in the wooden deck. Minor injuring 3 sailors. The worst of the injuries was a light concussion, for reference. None of the injuries were that serious. Yet the Wisconsin still wanted revenge. For reference here, the Wisconsin is armed with 9 Mark 7 naval artillery guns. They are a 16-inch caliber and shoot 2.7-ton high-explosive shells with a range of 24 miles. That's about 48 kilometers for those of you who measure in that. Yeah, that hit was the first operational service hit the Wisconsin had taken. Ever. 14 years of active service, that was the first hit the Wisconsin ever took. Yeah, the response from the Wisconsin was overkill, to say the very least. It got hit by 1 6-inch shell. What does it do? Yeah, it turns all 9 of its 16-inch caliber guns towards the general direction the shot came from and just opened fire. They didn't even bother to take the time to aim. They just aimed in the general direction the shot came from and pulled the trigger. Yeah, they hit the gun battery with every single one of their shells. Not only did the gun battery get destroyed, the hill it was on also got destroyed, and anyone at that gun battery was just completely dematerialized immediately. Apparently some people from the Wisconsin scout drone, some people had the bright idea to try and run. Yeah, I'll give you a clue at how well that went for them. Yeah, if you're wondering, the answer is not well. They still got erased. And if you're wondering what makes that the Temper Temper incident, after the smoke cleared from the Wisconsin, the USS Buck sent a single radio transmission to the Wisconsin that was 2 words. And those words were, and I quote, temper temper. I could just imagine being on the Wisconsin, you've just returned fire at something that's hit you for the first time ever, and then your escorting destroyer just sends you the message, temper temper. Ooh, wow. And the best bit was, one of the crew members on the Buck shouted over to the Wisconsin's deck crew afterwards, nice shooting, maybe next time try not to waste so much ammo. Yeah, the damage was very quickly repaired, and all 3 crew members made full recoveries. Today, that incident has become widely known as, like I said, the Temper Temper incident, and also has basically just showed why you don't mess with an Iowa-class battleship. They are terrifying. Also, I would like to say, I'm speaking from Britain. I'm glad those things are on my side of military stuff. And by my side, I mean I'm glad Britain and America are allies, because if we weren't, I think everything would be destroyed within about 10 minutes. Yeah, that incident... One of the funniest incidents of the Korean War, in my opinion. You're not going to get much of a funnier incident than that. Just like, it could have been any other ship, and if it wasn't for that radio message to the Wisconsin after the smoke had cleared, that incident probably would have just become known as USS Wisconsin gets hit for first time. Responds by deleting gun battery. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Because, the Wisconsin's not the only Iowa class to pull off stupid stuff that would make the Geneva Convention want to cry. There's an incident the USS New Jersey had that I will cover in a future video. If anyone wants to suggest names for this series, feel free to put them down in the comment section below. I'll see you next time.